There's a strange kind of power in silence, a mystery in absence, a loudness in disappearing. When you disappear from someone's life, be it for peace, healing, or just to breathe, it doesn't go unnoticed. Maybe at first, it feels like nothing happened, like your absence didn't shake anything. But slowly, gradually, almost quietly, the realization begins to creep in. They begin to feel your absence in places they didn't even know you filled. They remember the laughter you brought, the peace your presence offered, the comfort of your understanding, the way you made them feel safe without saying a word, the way you listened when they didn't even know how to speak their pain. Your silence now echoes in their noisy thoughts. Your disappearance becomes the loudest presence in their life. You see, most people don't value consistency until it's gone. They don't recognize the warmth of your presence until they're left in the cold. When you were there, they thought you always would be. But now that you're not, the void you leave behind is undeniable. They'll scroll through old messages just to feel something real again. Revisit memories like old movies that once bored them, now suddenly feel like masterpieces. They'll look at your photos and wonder why they never noticed how kind your eyes looked or how your smile felt like home. They'll miss the way you never judged, the way you understood them without them having to explain. They'll miss your patience, your empathy, your ability to make them feel human in a world that demanded they wear a mask. And it will hit them. You weren't just someone who was there. You were the one who truly cared. Not for what they could give you, but for who they truly were. When no one else stayed, you did. Until, one day, you didn't. They'll start to realize how much you tolerated, how much you forgave, how much you held in just to protect the bond. They'll realize how easy they thought it was to replace you, and how impossible it feels now. It's in your absence they discover your worth. And it hurts them, not because you're gone, but because they didn't notice your value when you were right there in front of them. They didn't understand that your love came with patience, your presence with peace, and your silence with deep meaning. They will wonder where you went, and more importantly, why. Was it something they did? Something they didn't do? Was it their silence that killed your voice, or their actions that pushed you away? These questions will haunt them as you live quietly in their memories. Your disappearance becomes their mirror. It reflects everything they ignored, everything they took for granted. You become a lesson they never wanted to learn. They realize you were rare. That in a world full of chaos, you were calm. That in a world full of noise, you were peace. That in a world full of masks, you were authenticity. And it won't be easy for them to find that again. Because people like you don't just happen. They are built from pain, shaped by empathy, and strengthened by love that expects nothing in return. So yes, when you disappear, they realize that the one who loved silently, deeply, and unconditionally is the hardest to forget. And while they carry the weight of regret, you carry the wisdom of knowing your worth. Because your absence wasn't revenge. It was self-respect. It wasn't punishment. It was peace. And maybe, just maybe, your disappearance was the best lesson they never asked for. If this message touched you in some way, remember, you're not alone. Your feelings matter. And healing begins when we understand the mind and respect the heart. Subscribe to Sophia Psychology for more content that speaks to your soul. Because sometimes the quietest voices carry the deepest truths.